Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we are back with another project, and today we are going to see a brand new Excel dashboard. And this will be, as I told, it will be an Excel software. And in front of your screen, you can see this will be our final output. And our today's topic is a Swiggy analysis. So we all know what is Swiggy. So Swiggy is a food delivery app, so which serves or which delivers foods from different restaurants to home, workplaces, or wherever you are ordering it from, right? So we have the data for this particular year from January to August, and this is a real-time data, and the data is mostly for all over India. And based on that, we are going to analyze this particular data, and we are going to create a dashboard for the business problem which client has provided to us. So we have everything. We have the business requirement document, and based on that, we are going to design this entire dashboard. And this will be an interactive dashboard or a dynamic dashboard. Based on filter selections, this dashboard will change its values, and based on that, we will be able to see a different results, or we will be able to slice and dice the data and take or create and different insights from that. So we are going to see everything in this particular video from start to end, the step-by-step process, and you will be also able to do in your own system so that you can follow along and you perform the same steps which I am going to perform, and then you will be able to create the entire dashboard. So this will be a real-time dashboard. You can add it in your portfolio. You can also add this particular in your own resume as well. So it is not necessary that you should only create this particular report in Excel. You can also create it in any other, data analysis tools. Like you can create it in Tableau, Python, SQL, Power BI, ClickSense, or Amazon tools are there. Google Lookers are there. Google Studio is there. Pyramid is there. So many analysis software are available. You can create it in those also. I will be also creating this similar kind of project in many tools in coming future videos. So I just request you to please go ahead and subscribe this channel and like this particular video as well, so you will be able to get a recommendation in future whenever I will be creating such type of dashboards. All right. So the data which we are going to use for this particular analysis is available in the description of this particular video, from where you can download it and you can use it for your analysis, and you can follow along with whatever I will be doing in this particular project. All right. So if you can see in front of your screen, you can see this is the entire dashboard. I will just give you an overview of the dashboard which we have. So at the top, you can see there are 5 KPIs available, and KPI is nothing but everybody knows it gives us the overall idea of the business or the summary of the business, how it is performing. And by looking those figures, business owners or the stakeholders will understand whether their business is doing well, whether they are profitable at higher level, and all those things, right? So we have total sales, average ratings, average order value. Then we have how many ratings are been given and what are the total orders, right? So this is the higher level of the business. And if you want to deep dive in the data and find the more granular or what is the problem in the business, or find out at the deep level what's the issue, what's the insight, then we have to go for deep analysis where we create different charts based on different measures are available as for us, right? So based on that, we have created few other charts as well, where we have monthly trend. We are going to find out the monthly trend. We are also going to find out the daily trend, right? So and we are going to find out the weekly trend. So three trends that we are going to find out. So first, it has at higher level, if you see the monthly trend, then we will find at more deeper level, that is weekly trend, and more at a granular level we will also find out the daily trend. Then moving ahead, this is the time analysis that we are going to do. And moving ahead, we are also going to find out what are the total sales by food type, right? So we have veg and non-veg food. So based on that, we are going to find out the food type as well. Then we have the sales and all other measures based by state. So by state also we will be finding out all those information. Then we will find out the quarterly data as well, right? The quarterly analysis is also what we are going to do. And in that we are going to create a grid view where we'll be finding out sales, ratings and orders, all these three measures. And then we are going to find out the top 5 cities by sales, right? So this is the overall analysis that we are going to do. And if you see over here, there are different filters available. So if you select, let's say I want to see for January, May and August. So you can see the data will be filtered for all those three, or three or four. You can see I'm excluding this. So if you want to see data for all of this, then you can see the data for all of you. Let's say you want to see for data for Assam and Chhattisgarh, you can see, or you can see just Assam and you can also see Chhattisgarh, right? So likewise, if you want to see for the data for two, different states, or if you want to see also for Karnataka, when you click on that, you can see all the data has been filtering for that, right? And when I click on all, you can see entire data is for that, right? So if you want to see data for, let's say for this particular you can say a restaurant, or whichever restaurant you want to see, you can see the data for that particular restaurant also, right? So this is how it works, and this is the entire dashboard that we are going to see. And all the design, all the color combinations, whatever is there, we will be seeing everything in this particular video. All right, so just stay tuned, and we will see the step by step every milestone in this particular project. So in this particular dashboard, not only we are going to design this dashboard by using drag and drop functionality, but if you see in the data, we are also going to create different calculations. If you see, we have a order date, so we are going to extract the date from here. We are going to extract the quarter. Also, we are going to extract the week number, so it will help us to understand how to write different calculation in this particular entire sheet. So here also, if you can see, there is a food type column, and if you look at this food type column, there are different higher level calculations that I have been performing over here. If you can see here, so this is the big calculation that we are going to find out. So based on whatever text we have, which is related to wage and non-wage, we are going to find out, whether that particular food belong to wage or whether that particular food belong to non-wage, right? So this kind of analysis or this type of calculations also we are going to write in this entire, analysis. So it's not a simple project where we are only going to use basic information, but we are going to actually use advanced versions or advanced analysis in this, where we are going to write different calculations, also create different columns in our data, do some data modifications also, right? So this will be a complete learning package for you. And so if you complete this project, so at the end you will be learning so many functions and so many functionalities of Excel from this kind of project. All right, and you will be also able to follow along with me and create the similar kind of project. All right, guys, so let's move ahead with our problem statement that we have for this particular project. So the problem statement is been divided into two parts. So we also called it as BRD. BRD is nothing but business requirement document. So with respect to different companies, there are different, I can say, terminologies used by different businesses. Some of them called it as SOW, nothing but called as statement of work. Few of them also called it as FRD, nothing but a functional requirement document, right? And few of them directly called it as statement of work or problem statement or whatever it is, right? So based on that, I have just mentioned here problem statement, and I'm also mentioning here as a BRD, nothing but what are the requirement documents that we got from our customer or from our client. So this is the first, nothing but KPIs. So in this, we are going to find out the 5 KPI. And as I told you, KPI is nothing but a key performance indicator by using which we will find out at higher level how the business is performing, how the business is doing. And with respect to that, the stakeholders or the client or the business owners, they will be able to find out in which direction their business is going, whether they are making losses or whether they are making profits, right? In that way, we will be finding out everything. So here, First thing that we are going to find out is total sales, and you can see it is the data is for India, so we will find out everything in rupees. So it is nothing but the overall revenue that is generated from each and every order, from the entire data for the entire span of the data from start end to the end date, right? So this is nothing but the total sales that we are going to find out. Then nothing but the average rating. So average rating is nothing but the measure of the satisfaction level of customer across the restaurants. So here we will be finding out the average of the rating, and always remember rating is very much important, because based on ratings which are provided by the old customers who visited or ordered anything from that particular restaurant, so by their satisfaction level only other customer will go ahead and purchase anything from those restaurants, right? Then we will also find out the average order value is nothing but revenue per order. So for one particular order, how much is the revenue generated? So it will help us to understand that from one particular order, how much the restaurant is been, making, right? So this is what we will be able to find out from here. Then we are also going to find out the rating order, or we can say rating count. It is nothing but the number of customers reviews. How many customers have provided reviews for those orders or for those restaurants, right? Then we are also going to find out the total orders, so nothing but the number of food orders which are been received, and that's also we are going to find out, right? So this is the total the KPIs that we are going to find out, the five important KPIs in this particular project. So this is all about KPIs. Moving ahead, then we are also going to find out charts requirement. So if you want to deep dive in the data and find out the analysis at deeper level, find out the root cause and take the insights from those. And so if you want to do that, KPI would not provide you the solution. So we have to deep dive in the data, and for all the quantitative and or we can say a dimension based data or time analysis data, we have to do the analysis at granular level, and we will have to find out the root cause or the insights from there. And for that we are creating the different charts of different types, from where the different insights can be taken and decisions can be taken based on that. So the first one that we are going to find out is monthly sales trend, right? So it will help us to find out how the sales fluctuate month by month. From here it will be able to understand for the business owner that which kind of or which months are very much in scope, where more and more foods are being ordered, so he can manage his manpower, he can convey to the restaurants that this will be the months, this will be the days where more and more orders will be used. And wherever the months are going down where we have low orders, they can provide an insights to the restaurants that you can keep some discount so that more and more people can order from you. All right. Then moving ahead, we will find out the daily sales trend. So it is nothing but across the days, what are the revenue variations, right? So in a week from Sunday to Monday, what are the week variations, or what are the variation across the week, so that they will be able to highlight which days are very much busy, and on which particular days the most and most orders are being placed, right? Then total sales by food type, and in this we are going to find out veg or non-veg. So this will be an complete calculation which we are going to find out in this particular data, where we will compare the different revenue contributions by different food type, and based on that, and this is a column that we are going to actually create in our project, right? Then we are going to find out the total sales by state. So we have a state data, and we are going to display a state wise revenue distribution here, and here we are going to create a map for that. Then we are going to find out the quarterly performance summary, where we will be going to find out the different sales ratings and orders, where it will be compared based on quarter, right? Then we are going to find out top 5 cities by sales. Sorry. And in this we are going to find out the cities which are contributing to most revenue, and in this we are only going to find out the top 5. Then we are going to find out sorry, and we are also going to find out weekly trend, and in this nothing but weekly fluctuations in sales, so that we will be able to identify the peak periods in the week of that particular year or month, so that it will help us understand which weeks are very much busy, and based on that different insights can be taken by the business owners, or what is the revenue generated in those particular weeks. All right, so this is the charts requirement that we are going to identify in this entire video. So I hope you have noted all the problem statement, and based on this problem statement only, we are going to design our entire, we can say, dashboard. So before moving ahead into our video, guys, let me introduce you to my new website. So in this particular website, I have added so many of data analysis material, roadmaps, and the roadmaps which are required to current industry trends, and it will be used for 2025 and 2026 use as well. And edition year is for both. I can say I keep it updating every month. So there are multiple materials available. So you can see I have a data analysis complete material package. Power BI projects are there. You can see Power BI individual projects also, if you want to buy, those are also available. And this is the most unique package, where says 30 companies detailed real-time interview question and answer, where it has everything, right? The real-time questions which is been asked in the interview, and the scenario based interview questions as well, both for SQL, Power BI, Excel, data warehouse. Everything is been included for Python as well, right? So you can see capstone project which includes all the tools. This is also available. Projects on Tableau, projects on Excel, right? And some other different individual materials are also available on my website, right? And if you see over here, if you look for the data analysis complete material over here, let me explain you what is included in it. So here you will get an data analysis roadmap, right? If you click on this, a complete roadmap is available. If I open this, you can see a complete roadmap is available. And in this, there are actually a complete syllabus is available, with links are also available in this. So these links are freely available on YouTube. So with my experience and with my knowledge, I have gathered all the links and created a proper document. So you don't have to pay lakhs of amount in the people who are teaching you, and which will be not 50 or 40% of also what I will be teaching you, or I will be giving you over here. It is a complete detailed roadmap with all the tools, right? If you see every roadmap, everything is explained, what you should learn as a beginner and everything, right? So everything is available, all the syllabus with links that you have to learn, right? And these are curated and handpicked by myself. All right. So this is an worth for you. If you go back, there is and detailed other materials. Let's say for Power BI. If I go in Power BI, you can see there are notes available. There are projects also available. So the other separate folder is available for project. Each and everything, right? You can see PL300 Power Query, other notes, data cleaning notes, data modeling notes, and all other roadmaps. A special Power BI roadmap is also available over here, guys, right? So also there are some projects available. So you can see Power BI projects. You can see more than 6 to 7 projects are available. Similar for Excel, these projects are available. And in projects, you will get an complete Power BI file. So if you look over here, let's say for hotel management dashboard, you will get a complete data, complete report, a .pbix report, which will be a working report, a working Power BI file, and a problem statement, right? The images used will be also provided to you, right? So you can see the meta ad performance analysis dashboard is also available over here. All right. So if you look more in this particular course, what I am offering for you is, if you look over here, you will also have all other tools data also, right? And in this, I will have providing the practice data sets also. So these are the different practice data sets which you can use actually to create your own projects, right? Then I have also added few real-time industry question answers also, right? So these are the real-time industry question answers, and this is just in September only I've added all these. And it is, if you look for Deloitte, let's say, let's look for other one, right? So let's look for Flipchart. You can see everything is available, SQL questions, and it is everything is explained with answer, right? And these are the real-time questions that are asked in interviews. Similar way, if you are looking for Power BI projects, everything is available. All the Power BI projects are available, and in this you will get all the PBIX files, right? You can see you will get a PBIX file, all the images, the CSV data file, and the problem statements also. And if you want to see all these projects, you can see I have created my new website over here. And if you go in dashboards, right, and here all those Power BI dashboard, Tableau dashboard, Excel dashboard I will add soon. And all this dashboard, if you click on view all, or if you want to see any of the dashboard, let's say you want to see IPL analysis, if you click on this, and it is a workable dashboard, guys. So it will take some time to open, and if you change the season, you can see all the values are changing, right? So in this way all the dashboards are added. If you want to check what dashboards you will be getting in those 25 Power BI projects, you will actually be able to see on my website. So both the links I will add in the description box. This website link also, you can jump from here also, this particular website. If you click on start learning, you will be redirected to this particular website from where all the packages are available, right? And if you look over here, guys, you can see 4,000, more than 4,400 people have already bought it. And there are so many messages I have received that they actually, the projects are very good, actually the material is very good. So it is proven, it is not fake, it is a real time, everything is real time. I am not doing a scam over here. If you are in doubt, you can reach out to me to my email and or a WhatsApp number which is available in the description of this particular video, and you can go through this website. I will add the link in the description box, and if you like it, you can buy it. If you don't like it, you can just go ahead with the video and see the entire project or whatever I am teaching you. All right, so now let's move ahead with our video. So let's move ahead, and I will just provide you the data walkthrough in this particular video or in this particular module, and the data is available for you to download in the description box. From here, you can download the data and you can save it in your system, and you can open it so that you can do the analysis in that particular data. All right. So if you see, this is the data, and size of the data, if you can see, the number of rows we have is 197,000 data is available, or we can say 1,97,000 rows are available for us. And if you see the columns, there are 10 columns available for us to analyze. All right. And this kind of this is I can see a kind of real time data that we have. It is a very big data. You can see more than 197,000 rows are available for us. And if you see the data which is available, it is for 2025. From January to August, the data is available for us to analyze, right? And we will see the each and every column and what is the information that it provides us in this particular data. We will see everything. So if you can see, each and every row in this particular data gives us an information of the order which has been placed through the Swiggy app, right? And we have all those information which is stored in each row is of order being placed, right? So this is very important to note. And then if we move ahead, what are the different columns that we have is, the first one we have is the state column. It is nothing but from which particular state the data has been ordered through the Swiggy app by that particular cost customer, right? Then we will move more towards granular, and we will have the city information over here, from that particular state, and from which particular city we are getting that order from. Then what is the order date, on which particular day the order has been placed, and it stores all the information, the day, the month, and year which the order has been placed from. Then we have this restaurant name as well, from which particular restaurant or hotel that particular we can say the food is been ordered from. Then we also have the information of location. It's nothing but in which location that particular restaurant has been placed. Then what is the category? There are different kinds of category available, whether it is a Chinese category, or whether burger category, or there are n number of categories which are available for us, right? Breakfast menu or breakfast combo, all day breakfast, all time favorite breakfast, all time, all items and everything, right? So there are many kinds of categories which are available for us. Similar way, what was the dish that has been ordered? There are different kinds of dish available, and the names of dish are very much so. You can see there are it stores the information of dish as well, whether it was dal tadka, palak paneer, paneer burji, so many veg and non-veg combined we have. And based on this dish name only, we are going to create one more column over here, which is going to provide us the information of the food type, whether this particular kind of food is a veg or whether it is a non-veg. All right. Then we have some measures also available over here. So this is the all information which is in the form of dimensions, or it is a transactional information, or we can say these are the we can say qualitative values, right? And moving ahead, these are the measures which is a quantitative value, which are the important measures or the metrics for us which we are going to make use for the analysis, right? So you can see we have the price point of each and every dish which has been ordered from that particular restaurant, right? Then we also have what has been the rating that has been provided for us, right? And it is nothing but a rating which has been provided by all over this particular restaurant, and how many ratings are being given to that restaurant, that information also we have over here, right? So let's say you are ordering anything from Srinidhi Sagar Deluxe. This is the order which has been ordered, that thing, but Kesari Bhat. And this is the ratings, and this is the number of ratings which is been given by the previous customers for that, right? So in this way, this is how you read the data, and based on this only entire data, we are going to do the entire analysis. So I want you to go through entire data, see what is the information which is being stored. You can look at here, and you can see what are all the information which is been stored in this particular data, and from that you will be able to understand more and more. And always remember that uh, 70 to 75% of work is always done on data, cleaning the data, preparation of the data, understanding the data, gaining all the domain knowledge, how the data has been flowing from higher granularity to the lower granularity, so that you will be able to understand what information is being stored in the data, and based on that only you will be able to analyze, right? So more and more time should be spent on the data itself, so that you can gather more and more information, study the data from start to end or in and out, and so that everything is available, and only the part which will be left is creating the dashboard, designing the dashboard, which is the easiest part, right? But the hardest part is learning about all the data, right? So this is the data we have. I request you to learn the data from start to end, everything. Once you understand the data, whatever I will be doing in the dashboard will be very much easy for you to understand. All right. So this is all about the data. Now we will move ahead and start designing our dashboard. Alright guys, now we will start designing our dashboard, and as you all know that whatever we will be doing, we will be creating a pivot table, and I hope you all know what is a pivot table. So pivot table is nothing but from this particular data which we have, we will try to create a summarized table, and where all the values will be aggregated on the dimensions which we have. If you see, you can see the city here, the Bangalore is repeated again and again. So what you can do is, when you create a pivot table, the Bangalore will be shown in one single cell itself, but all these particular values which are there, they will be aggregated over here for a single value. So let's say you will see the sum of price or sum of sales. You will all be also seeing the average ratings or sum of ratings count, sum of orders, and all those information, right? So this is what actually pivot table does for us, and it is a kind of similar thing what we do in Tableau or in Power BI. Here we have to create a pivot table, and based on that only, when we summarize the data, we'll be able to find out all the information which is required from our problem statement. All right. So first thing first, what we have to do is we have to convert this entire data in the table format, which is already converted, right? So I will add this particular data in the form of converted into table form only. So nothing but what we have to do is we have to click anywhere in the data, and we just have to press Control T because it is already converted into table format. It will be not converted in it again. So what we have to do is if it is not, you have to press Control T, T for table. Okay, and you will be asked to what is the range you have to convert. You don't have to click anywhere. Just click on OK, and entire will be converted into table format. And all the headers will be automatically given a filter so that you will be able to just change, or you can not change. You can see what are the values available in all these particular columns or fields, and take more and more insights from here. Right. So now, as per our problem statement, if you see over here, what we have to do is we have to find out the first KPIs. So we will find out all the KPIs first. And to do that, what we have to do, as I told, we have to create we can say a pivot table. So for that, what I will do, there at the top there are different ribbons available over here. So for that, I will just go in insert. Okay, you just have to go in insert, and you have an option here called pivot table. So I'll just click on this pivot table, and a new dialog box will be opened. So it will ask us on what range you have to create a pivot table, and you can see there are some dotted running lines available over here, right? So automatically it is selecting this particular data which is converted into table a few minutes ago. So you can see this is the entire data that we want. Okay, so make sure that all the data is being used over here. So you can see this entire data we are going to make use of, and it is asking us whether we want to create this in a same sheet or we have to create it in a new sheet. So always create in a new worksheet. You can create in the same worksheet also, but what will happen, it will be very much messy. So if you are an expert, if you are an pro, you can create it in the same sheet, but my recommendation would be to go ahead and create it in a new worksheet. So I'll just click on OK. As soon as you click on OK, a new dialog box will be, or a new sheet will be open here. You can see at the bottom, a new sheet has been opened. And in that particular sheet, a new pivot table has been opened. And here at the right hand side, you will see that there are different, fields available. And at the bottom, there are different shelves available like filter, columns, rows, and values, where you can drag and drop all of these particular columns, values, and you can display the table or KPIs whatever you want. So if you click so I right now I'm clicking here in the pivot table, but when I click outside of this pivot table, you can see those field values are been gone, right? But if you click again over here in the pivot table, they will come back over here. Sometimes what will happen, you will close this. So even though you click here or inside of this or outside of this, this tables will, or that buttons will not be able to see for you. So what we have to do is we have to click anywhere inside this dialog box which has been generated, and here the information is that turn on the pivot table field list. So right now it is turned off, and it is asking us to turn it on so that you can create a visualization over here. So for that, what you have to do, you have to go in pivot table analyze, and here you have an option called field list, right? In pivot table analyze, you have an option called field list. Just click on that, and it will again show it back, right? So this is a very basic information, but most of you would find a trouble on how to show it and how to close it, right? So now what we have to do is we have to find out total sales, and total sales is nothing but we already have, if you see in our data, a price information. So based on this only we'll be finding out the total sales. So what I will do, I will take the sales, the price from here, okay, and just click on it, right? Or you can just check it, and it will automatically go in values. If you go in rows or anywhere, just go ahead and bring and drag it to values, right? And here also, in this way also, you can bring it over here. If you want to see, I'm just taking the price over here and I'm editing it to values, right? So whichever way you want, you just have to put it into values, a shelf, so that you will see the summarized values. So here you can see, if you see in the data there, the price are at different rows over here, and we spread it over different column for different cells. But here in pivot table, what it does is it creates and summarize the value which is shown in single value. So it adds up all the values and it shows in a single cell over here, right? So and this is what we want, right? So this is the price we have found out. Then we have to find out average rating. So we have a rating over here. We just drag and drop it over here, and this is the rating, but it is taking sum of rating, but we want a average of that rating. So what we will do, you can see a small drop down is there at the rating, sum of rating. Just click on this, and then we have a value here called value field setting. Just click on this value field settings, and you can see a summarize option is available for us. And in this there are different summarize values or summary aggregations available for us. We have to just choose average over here, and I will just click OK. And you can see now we can see average ratings over here. All right. Similar way, what we have to find out is average order value. The average order value, that field is not directly available for us over here. So we will later we will find it. First, we will skip this for now, but next what we will find out, rating count. So we have a rating count over here. We just drag and drop. So this is the sum of rating count. That is what actually we want. So a rating count of all the restaurants which we have. Then total orders. So total orders, as I told you, if you see in the data, each and every row provide us the information of the order which has been placed, right? So to find out, we have to find out the count of each and every row. So for that, what we will do, I will just go over here and I will just use a state, or we can say a dish name over here. So I'll just take dish name and I will add it over here. It will automatically take the count of each and every dish or each and every row wherever the dish is available, and that is nothing but the row count for us, right? Or you can also create a column over here, right? You can just right click and I'll just create an insert. Okay, and you can just mention here a row id, right? And based on that row id, it will give us the information of each and every row. That is also one way, but I don't think so, because there are no blanks available in this dish name, right? Until and unless a blank is available, you can see there is no blank available. Each and every cell have a values, right? If there is a blank, that particular row would not be counted in this particular count of all. And if you see here, count, total count, if you see at the bottom, it is 197,431, right? And if you see the same value, you will see 197,430. One is extra. Why? Because extra has been counted as a row for an header, and that we don't want, right? If you skip this header, if you take one row less, it will be giving us the same count, right? So this is how you can cross check it. And next thing what we have to find out is average order value. So now to find out the average order value, I will name it as AOV over here, nothing but a short form for average order value. So for that, we have a formula for us, that it is nothing but division of, or we can say a ratio of sum of, or we can say sales divided by total orders. So what we will do is equal to sales divided by, okay, you can just use a divided by total orders and just hit enter, and this is nothing but an average order value. All right, so this is how you find everything. Now we have found out all the KPIs. I'll just mention it over here. I will just make it and I will just merge and center, and I'll name it as KPIs. Okay, and I want you also to follow this kind of practice, okay, so that it will be easy for whenever a new user is visiting your dashboard, or you are visiting your dashboard after a long time. So you will be able to understand. If you forget everything, you will be able to understand what has been found out over here. So what is this, what is these values? So it will be easy for, and it is a good standard practice. If you want to send this entire sheet to your client also, your client will be also able to understand that is in this analysis sheet. So I'll name this sheet as analysis sheet, because we are going to make all the analysis over here, all the calculations over here. So your client, or you yourself, or your any colleague will be able to understand what analysis has been done and what is the name of that particular analysis. So it is always a good practice to do such kind of things. All right, now next what we will do, we will create our dashboard. So simultaneously here we will be creating our dashboard. So we will add all our KPIs in our dashboard and we will start our design, right? So I will create a new sheet. So just click on new sheet and I will name it as dashboard. Okay. So here we'll be creating our dashboard. So let's do some formattings over here. So I'll just first go in views and I will turn off the grid lines. So I'll just turn off the grid line so you can see the grid lines are not visible for us, so that we can do and create our analysis over here. And next thing what we have to do is we will have to add all our shapes, give color to those shapes, and based on that we will start our design. All right. Okay, so first what we will do, we will add all placeholders, backgrounds, and all those kind of stuffs we will do first. So I'll just go on insert. You can just go into insert and there are different shapes available over here. So I will choose a square rectangle shape and I will just draw a rectangle, random rectangle over here. And I will just go in shape format over here, and in height and width I will choose everything over here. So height I will choose it as 21.1 as an height for me, and the width for this dashboard I will use it as 37.3. Okay, so this will be my placeholder for the dashboard. I will just select this and I will make it as center. Okay, so I'll just bring it at center so it will be at the center of my screen. So I will recommend you to go ahead and use your own layouts. If you are using my layout, what will happen that you will be not able to fit everything in single screen. But if you are using it, so there are different zooming options available. So you can use these zoom in options and you can fit this particular entire shape in that particular screen. So everything is available in a full screen for you, so that you don't have to scroll up and down whenever you are doing this entire analysis. All right. Because the resolution for you and me it is different. Now I will right click here and I will click on format shape, and a different dialog box will be opened for you. You can do the formattings from your shape format also, but I like this option, so I'll just right click it and I've just created a format shape, and I'll drop down this and fill. What I will do, there is an option for different colors over here, so I'll just go in more colors, and here you have to go in custom. You will see standard, you have to go in custom, and here I will be adding my code over here as FEECDE. So this is the color code which I'll be using. I'll just click OK. So this is the background light color that I'm going to use, and all colors, because we are using a Swiggy analysis and we will be using all the colors which are related to Swiggy logo or their website or their app. In that way only we are going to keep that everything color combinations. All right. And now next thing what we have to do is I will just go in line. I will just use no line. Okay, so or what we'll do, we'll use a line over here. I'll go in solid line. I'll change it to 1 point and I will use a red color line. Okay, so this will be an background for us. And next thing what we will do, we will have to create a placeholder over here, which will be a left hand navigation placeholder, where all filters and all other logo and all those things will be placed, right? So I'll go in insert again. I'll create a shape and I'll use a square shape over here again, and I will create a shape over here, right? Then go in shape format, and the height for this I will be using is as 20.3. Okay, this will be height, and the width I will be using it as 5.6, right? And I will just hit enter and make sure this is in centimeter. Okay, I'm using everything in centimeter. From here you can change it over here, right? So there are options available. You can use it either in centimeter or whatever you want, right? But I'm using it in centimeter, so just try to use the same measures over here. Now I will just right click and go in format shape. So I will just click on no line over here. I don't want any border on this. And in color, what I will do, I will just go in more colors. So the color code which you will be using for this will be FC8019. Okay, and I'll just click on OK. So this is the color code which we'll be using for this particular placeholder. Now we will go ahead, and now what we have to bring is we have to bring all those KPIs over here. But before that, what I will do, I have to create a placeholder for that KPI. So I'll just go in insert again, and from here I'll be using here rounded rectangle shape or rounded rectangle corner, and I will just go ahead and I'll create it over here. Okay, and now I will just go in shape format again. I will use an height and width for this. So height I will be using it as 2.5, and width for this I will be using it as 5.3. Okay, so this is the placeholder for me, and right click and I will click on here, and on this I will just click on no line, and in fill I will use it as white color, and then go here in effects, then go in glow, not in glow, go in shadow, and we'll use this particular shadow. Okay, this one. Okay, so you will use the shadow for this, and now I'll just reduce this. You can see a yellow circle over here. You can use it for changing its corner radius. So I'll change a corner radius for me, and I'll use this, right, this corner radius. So this looks nice. If you want, you can change it more. Okay, likewise, right, and I will just adjust it more. So I'll just close this first and try to align the top this line of this rectangle and this line, make it at okay, perfectly matched over here. Okay, and because we have 5 KPI holders, I will create this 5 shapes. So I'll just click on Control C and Control V. Okay, so I've just created this one more, and you can use Control D also, if or just press Control, and you can create these 5 instances, right? So it's up to you how you create it. Okay, so this is how I have created, because we have 5 KPIs. Right now, what we will do, we have to align this properly. Okay, so what I will do for that, so this is the KPI folder which I will adjust it at the end over here. So this much space I will keep. And I will just select all of this, press Control and select all of these, then go in shape format. Okay, and here you have an option called align. Just click on align middle. Okay, so you can see they are perfectly aligned middle, and click here again and click on distribute horizontally. So you can see all the space in between this, all the placeholders will be perfectly aligned and clear. So you can see they are perfectly aligned over here. The space between them is very much similar, as well as all the edges, and from top and bottom they are in perfect horizontal straight line. All right, so these are the placeholders which we have created. And now I will just select all of this, and I will just take a bit up. Okay, 1 point up. I will just use it so that it is perfectly aligned this particular line. And now see, in Excel, alignment is a difficult issue, but if you do it repetitively, it will be very much easy for you. Okay, now next thing what we will do, we will just have to go ahead and do some analysis. Right now we have to actually do some analysis and bring all of these KPIs into this we can say placeholders, right? All right, guys, so now we have created all the space holders which will take our all the KPIs over here. My system was hacked, so you might have seen some lag in between that, but I hope you did all of this correctly. So for that I will just repeat what I have did. So I'll just select all of these placeholders from here, and you have to go in shape format. And here you can see this is the height and width I have used. Height is 2.5 and width is 5.3. So what we have to do first is you have to go in align, and first you have to distribute, or you have to align it middle. Middle means what? All of this will be aligned perfectly in in this horizontal direction. They will be perfectly in this one single line. Okay, all of these. And when you click distribute horizontally, what is these do is once you click on distribute horizontally, it will just create a similar space which is there in between all of these space holders. So it will look nice, and it will look very much professional, so that you can do a professional dashboarding or reporting in Excel. All right, in Excel, creating all of this is bit alignment and all of this is bit complex, or we can say very much effort you have to put in, and once it is disturbed you have to do it all of these things again and again. All right, now next thing what I will do, I will just go and insert, and now we have to bring all of the KPIs. So I will just go and insert, and I will create a text box over here. So this is the text box which I have created. Okay, now what we have to do is we have to bring our KPIs into this. So when I click on this text box, you can see a cursor is blinking. You don't have to do a selection of this text box in this particular way. What you have to do is you have to click on outer side of this text box. I will just increase the size, and you can see I will just click on outer side of the text box, and here you can see no cursor is been blinking inside it. And now you have to bring that particular KPIs over here. So for that, what I will do, I'll just click over here, and I will type is equal to. So just go in formula bar, select this, go in formula bar, press is equal to, so that all the formula is been set. So just press is equal to, then you have to go into your analysis sheet, and now this is the value which you have to bring into this particular KPI. So I'll just select this value and I will just hit enter. As soon as you do that, you will get an error message that this formula is missing a range reference or a defined name. What does it mean? That it cannot bring that particular value which is stored inside the pivot table into this particular text box. So when I just click on OK and I will just click escape. So what we have to do is, in this particular analysis table, we have to bring this value outside of this text box, right? And I will just delete this particular slicer from here so that you will be able to understand. I already brought when this, I'm just re-recording this because my PC was hanged. So what I will do, what we have to do is we have to bring this value outside of this pivot table. Right now it is stored inside the pivot table. By using this pivot table analyze option, we have created this. So to bring it outside the pivot table here inside this cell, what I will do, I'll just press is equal to and I will select this value. You can see this is taking the reference of all of this formula from pivot data. So this is get pivot data is nothing but the stored value inside this pivot table, and I will just hit enter. And you can see it is been brought over here and automatically the formatting is being provided. But what I will do, I'll just bring it over here. Okay, so I'll just press is equal to and I will just this and I'll just hit enter. And you can see the value has been brought over here. So what does it mean? That I am bringing this value in this particular cell, but it is keeping the reference from this particular value itself. So I'll just help you explain this. So what I will do, I will just go over here. I will go in pivot table analysis and I will just insert one slicer over here. So just click on slicer. We can also call it as a filter. So I'll just select the state and I'll bring the state filter over here. So now let's say you want to see only value for Delhi. So when I click on Delhi, you can see all these values are changing over here, but this value is also changing. What does it mean? That if this is changed, this is also changed because we have brought this value, the value which is stored over here, it is being brought from here itself. So in this way only we want to bring all of the values over here. So I'll just press is equal to over here and we'll bring this value also, hit enter. Use this also is equal to this value. I will hit enter. I will press is equal to here this value and I will hit enter, and I will just press is equal to here and use this and I will hit enter. So now this is what our total sales. So this is our total sales. This is our average rating. Okay. And this is our rating count. Okay. This is nothing but our orders, and this is our average order value, right? So this is actually what we needed, and I will just go in home and I will just use this way. Okay, and from here we will bring those values in our pivot table now, right? And now I will just go to dashboard. Now I will just select that outside of this particular text box. Okay, just select outside of this text box. No cursor should be blinking in it. I will just go over here, press is equal to, go to analysis, and now I will select this value, not this value, select and hit enter. As soon as you do, you can see the value is being brought over here. Why? Because whenever we are doing this kind of thing, what happens is the value which is there, this is outside the pivot table, but it has a reference from the pivot table and it can be brought into our text box, right? So this is how you do it. But if you see in the dashboard, this value is very much big. We will convert all of these values, we'll convert this in millions and have two decimal points and have a currency as rupees. So for that, what I will do, I'll just select this value, I will right click and I will create on format cells or click on format cells, or you can just select this value and press Control 1. Then also this dialog box will be opened. And what I will do now, currency, obviously we can choose this currency, but I will just use custom. Okay, so you can see for here what I will do now, I will use a custom format over here. So you can use, so what I will use, I will use 0. Okay, so you can see decimal point has been gone from here. So 0. When I use 1 comma, it is nothing but the thousand separator. When I use 2 times, it will again go. So you can see 6 values are been gone from here, and it is nothing but now a million separator, right? So whenever you're using 2 commas over here, it is million separator. 1 comma, it is nothing but a thousand separator. But after that, what we want is we want two decimal points. So I'm using a dot and I'm using 0, 0. So nothing but two values after that. And at the end, I want a million. So for that, what I will do in double inverted comma, I will press M. Okay. So you can see it is in million and I will just click on OK. You can see it has been converted into million, and here also in dashboard also you can see that value has been converted here, right? Because it has been converted here, same reference has been taken here, so it will be converted here also. But we want to add decimal points also, or nothing but currency. So I'll just press Control 1, and let's say if you can press currency from here. Okay, and if you do over here, so you can see it is getting converted back again to all of this. I'll just press Control Z and I'll press Control 1 over here. And here you can see rupee symbol is there, right? So here you can see a rupee symbol is there. I will just copy this entire rupee symbol, Control C. Okay, again go back to custom, and when you scroll down, you can see that value is being stored over here, right? Or wherever, whatever you have written, all those values will be stored over here, right? Or you can write again over here, right? So I'll just press all, and I will use 0, comma, comma, dot 0, 0. At the end you want million. In double inverted we have to add that, and here also in double inverted I will paste rupees over here, double inverted, and I will add one space in between that, and I'll just click on OK. So whatever formattings or custom formattings you are using, it will be stored at the end over here. When you scroll down, all will be stored over here, and I will just click on OK, and you can see a rupee symbol is added. Similar way, what I will do, I will choose it for average ratings also. I'll press Ctrl 1, go to custom, but here we do not want any decimal point, right? Or we can say, sorry, not decimal point, we do not want any currency. So it will be simple for us. I would just want two decimal points after this value. So I'll use this particular format, right, which is already available, and I'll just click on OK, and it is converted. Similar way, Control 1, and I will use custom, and here now what we want to convert this into millions, but we do not want any currency symbol. So what I will do, I will go in custom, and here what I will do, I will use 0, comma, comma, okay, dot 0, 0, because we want two decimal points, and at the end in double inverted comma we will add million, and I'll just click on OK. So you can see it is converted. Similar way, this we will convert this into thousands because I want it in thousand. So again 0, 1, 1 comma, it will be a thousand separator. So just keep 1 comma. We want two decimal points, so dot 0, 0, and in double you will type K because it is converted into a thousand separator. And just I will just click on OK. Now you can see it is converted to thousand separator. And for this also, what we want, I will go in custom, and if we just want two decimal points, you can see two decimal points. But at the end when we want to add again rupees. Okay, so what I will do, I'll just copy this. I will go back to this, and here in double inverted commas, I will add rupees over here, close double inverted comma and one space, and click OK. And in this way, you can see all the values are being now converted in the proper format as we needed it. And now we will go ahead and add all of this into our dashboard. And if you see, if you want to see for Goa, you can see all values are now changing. If you want to see for Delhi, Assam, whichever state you want, right? If you want to see for Maharashtra, likewise, right? And if you want to see all, you just have to click here, you will see all the values, right? So in this way, how you do formattings, and as well as how you bring all of those value into the dashboard. Now we will bring all of this value in this placeholders, and we will do formattings. We will change the font color and all other things which are required as per our problem statement. Okay, so now we will do formattings on this particular text. I'll just select this text. I'll go to home, and I will choose the text as Sagio UI semibold. I will use this, and I will make it as 12. Okay, and now we'll do some more formattings on the shape. So I'll just go in shapes over here, and in shape field I will click on no field, and on shape outline I will click on no outline. So everything is in this particular way. Yes, I'll just bring it over here. Okay, so just try to bring it over here. So in the same way how we have created over here, right? So in this particular way, see total sales. So I'll just select this entire thing again, and I will just go to home, and from here the color which I'll be using for this would be this, right? A little not very much black. So again I will choose. Okay, so from here I may choose this. Okay, yeah, fine. And now for this value also we have to do some formatting. So I'll just go in home. I'll just choose this center first, then this center. I'll make it this way and I'll increase it this way. And in shape format again, what we have to do is, sorry, choose the shape first, then go in shape format, and here I'll just click on no outline and no fill, right? Then go to home, and for this also I will choose it as Sagio. I'll just choose Sagio for this, okay, not semi bold. Okay, I'll just go down, find it. Okay, just use Sagio and I'll make it as bold. Okay, and the font size I will be using it as 23, right? I'll just increase it likewise. So, all right, and now just try to bring it over here nice and clean. Okay, this also will make it at center of this in this way. Okay, yeah, perfect. All right, and now what we will do, I'll just copy this all of these two values. Okay, Control C and Control V, and I'll bring it over here to add other values over here, right? Similar way, Control C, Control V, so that we will add quickly all other values also. Control C, Control V, and Control C, Control V. Okay. Try to add at random position, but at center, then we will align it later. Okay. Perfect. Now, next thing what we have to do over here is, so this is all about total sales, and the other one we have to find out is average ratings, right? So this will be average rating. We'll change the name of this as average rating. Okay, this is our average rating, and now we'll change this value also. So just select this text box, go to here, change this analysis, keep is equal to as it is, come over here, and we have to select this average rating. Just select this value. Right now you can see we have to change the formatting of this also. What we will do, I'll just select this value, go to home, click on format painter, and I will just click on this value. You can see it will be automatically formatted with this particular format, right? Now here what we have to do is we have to go ahead and find out is the rating count, or as per problem statement what we have to find out is average order value, right? So I'll name it as average order value. Okay, so this is our average order value. I will come to this and I will change this to is equal to, I will go to analysis, and this is our average order value, and just select it. Okay, similar way what we will do, go to home, click on format painter, and select this value. Automatically this will be formatted, right? Similar way, as per our problem statement, what we have to find out is ratings count. So we'll change this to rating count, right? Then I will just select this, go to analysis, and here is the rating count. Just select this value and hit enter. Oops, we have to go over here and we have to delete this first. Okay, come to here and select the rating count, hit enter. Similar way for this also, what is the last value that we have to find out is total orders. So I'll name this as total orders. Then select this value and first delete this, come to analysis, and these are the total orders. Just hit enter. And now we'll do formatting. So just go on home. I will double click on format painter. Just double click on format painter. Select this value first and this value first. So you can use multiple formattings if you're using a double select, right? And now I will click on escape. So these formattings will go away, right? And so it's is equal to, again I have to give the reference for this. I have clicked somewhere else. Okay, so this is how I will save this everything, and now we'll align this properly. So for that, what I will do, I'll just select all of these top headers, right? Then go to shape format, go on align and click on distribute horizontally, as well as use align middle. Perfect. And we'll just take it a bit up. Similar way, these also select all of these. Okay, go to shape format, and click on align middle. So you can see they are middle aligned. Pick it up as well. Okay, so you can see they are at perfect center of this particular KPI holder. Next thing what we will do, we will add the total sales shapes over here. You can see this particular icons we will add over here. So for that we have to go in insert. Okay, just go in insert. The images which I have used are already available in the description box. From there you can download all those images. So I'll go in pictures, and here I am seeing multiple options, but if you are also seeing just go to place over sales. Okay, and I have to use from this device. Okay, place over sales, and from this device, and I will select that images from here. So you can see here all the images are available. The first I will be using for revenue, I'll just click on insert, and you can see the image has been inserted, and I will just reduce it likewise, and I'll just bring it and I'll place it over here, right? So in this way you have to do it for all of them. So I'll just go in insert again, and I will do it quick this time. So from here I will bring the ratings. Okay, and I will just reduce it. I'll bring it over here. Okay, and in this I will use it as zero point 0.6. I'm using it 0.6 because this will be the perfect size for me. You can use your own size, or if you want you can use directly also by mouse. Then I'll go in this device, and on average order value I'll just select this, and I'll go in format and we'll use 0.6. Okay, and I'll just bring and place it over here. Okay, similar way, go to insert again, picture, place over sales from this device, and we have to find it for rating count. So I'll just take it this one, and I will name it as, give the width and height as 0.6. So here it is. Okay, and again go in again insert, and now we have to bring it for total orders. So this is total orders, and I'll be using it as 0.6 and place it over here. Perfect. All right, so this is how you place all the icons. So now we have to also place the icon for our Swiggy logo also. I'll go in shapes first, and I will create a placeholder for our logo over here. Okay, and I'll go in shape format, and I'll just click on outline as no outline, and shape fill I will be using it as this. Okay, I will take it right up. Okay, just make it as center, and now we'll go in insert, and go in picture again, and from here I will choose the Swiggy logo. So this is the Swiggy logo, and I will just reduce it, and I'll try to place it over here at the center. Okay, so this is how you place the logo, and we have also created all the KPIs also. So what insights can be taken from here, and it will be dynamic at the end. I will add all those filters. So if you can take insights from here, you can see the total sales for the entire span of the data is 53 million sales are there. Average rating from all the restaurants and for all the foods it is 4.34. Average order value for single order, the order value is 268 rupees, and this is also in rupees. And the ratings, how many ratings the order previous orders are been given is, you can see this ratings, you can take it at center. This also you can bring it at center. So it is 5.59 million, as well as what are the total orders placed. It is nothing but 197.43 thousand orders are been placed. So this is a quite of good analysis for us, and at higher level this can be an KPI or a summarized values which can be generated from here. And now next we have to go ahead and we have to create our all other charts now, right? So for that we have to go in problem statement and see what we have to create first. All right, now for the charts requirement, as per our problem statement, the first way to find out is the monthly sales stream. Okay, so for that I will just go over here, and I will just try to use this Control C and I will paste it over here. Control Z. One sec. Let me see if I can copy this pivot table. Mostly it does not copy. So I will just go back to Swiggy data. And from here, I will just create a pivot table again because I'm not able to copy it. So I'll just go in insert and I will create a pivot table and I will just create it on existing worksheet. And from here, I can choose the worksheet from here. Okay. Or we can just create it in a new worksheet. Okay. So just go ahead and create it in a new worksheet. I'll just create it on a new worksheet and just click OK over here. So for here, what I will do, and here we have to create it on month. So what I will do first, I will just take order date and I will add it into rows. So just add order date into rows. You can see automatically it is taking the month as a granularity and you can change it over here. So I'll just remove days and I will just remove the order date. So it will just show it in automatically at month. So whenever you have a date field in your data, it will automatically show the date and a day and all those things available at the granularity. And we have to see the total sales. So I'll just see the price and I will add it into value. So you can see automatically the price is added in front of this, right? So now I'll just copy this entire table, Control C, and I will come to my analysis table itself and I will paste it over here. Okay, so you can see I have pasted it over here and I will just delete this particular row. So you can see the pivot table has been brought and copied over here. Now we will do all the analysis at this place itself. All right, and now here I will just go to pivot table analyze option, and here we have a option called pivot chart. So just click over here anywhere inside this table, go to pivot table analyze option, and from here you can create a chart. So just create a pivot chart and we are going to create a line chart over here. So just click on OK and you can see a line chart has been created. I will just reduce it and I will just bring it over here likewise, and all of these values. Okay, so just right click on these values and click on hide all the field buttons. Right click all field buttons on chart, just delete this title and delete this as well. All right, and now what we will do, we'll do some more formatting. So you can see in this particular created value, you have to create in this kind, right? So we have to create in this kind that particular line chart. So I'll just delete this grid lines also. We don't want to grid lines. And now select this particular chart, go to design, and here you can see there are different designs available. So I'll just go ahead and I will choose this kind of design. And now we will bring this into our dashboard. So first I will go in dashboard and I will create a placeholder for this. I'll just select this placeholder and I'll Control C and Control V over here. I'll just copy it and I will go in shape format, and here I will choose the height for this as 5.41 as a height for me, and the width for this I will choose it as 13. Okay, so this is the height and width, and I'll just reduce this a bit. Okay, so this will be the placeholder. Now I will just copy this chart, Control C, and I will just bring it over here and paste it. All right, and now we have to do here some formattings on this. So I'll just take all the way below over here this and in this particular way. All right, and I'll just delete this now. Now we have to do formattings on this chart more. So I'll just right click over here. I will go in format chart area. Okay, now in fill, here you can see I will just click on gradient fill over here for the chart area, and I will delete this all these gradient stops. In between stops you have to just select this and delete, select this and delete. Okay, and in gradient fill, the first fill which I will be using for that, the color code I will be using as hashtag FEECDE. This will be the first gradient fill for me, and the second gradient fill I'll just click on this and I'll click on more colors, and for this it will be for me as FFF8F3. Okay, so this will be my second gradient fill, right? So in this way I'm using my gradient fill. You can see everything is been white, so I'll just click on these values. First what I'll do, I'll go in analysis and I'll select all of these values, press Ctrl 1, go in custom, and you can scroll down. You can see the you know the convert the custom converter which we have used. You can see for this millions I will use this only, but I will use it as one decimal point only, and I'll just click on OK. You can see the decimal points are done and those will be affected over here also. First I'll go in home and I will make this as this first. Okay, and here also select this at the bottom, these values. Okay, and I'll go on home and I will just select this first name, right? And from here I will choose it as semi bold and I'll use one smaller. Now we have to change this line also. Just go to line. So come over to this line over here. And for this line, I will use the width as 2.25. And the color for this, I will go in more colors, go in custom. And the color code for the line I will use is as AA4E02. And just click on OK. So this is the line which we will be using. Okay. So I'll just select on this particular line, come over here. Sorry. And now I will go into the markers. So in marker, what I will do, I will use 6 and I will use it as circle or okay, let it be. I'll use it as solid fill and I will make it as a bit black color. Okay. So this is the marker line that we are going to use, and then we have to choose our drop lines as well. So these lines also, if you see text lines, okay, and you can see label and tick marks are also available over here. So first I will go in axis options and in tick marks I will make this as this color. Okay. And now go to drop lines, and in drop lines I will make the line as let's make it as 0.75 itself, but the color for this I'll be using it as this color. Okay. Or yeah, I mean this is fine. Or we can increase the color. Okay, just use this is fine. Okay, and this below axis line I want to change it. Let's see how we can do that. Line, you can see automatic. I'll just click on solid line, and from here let's choose it as black. Yeah, you can see it is been changed, or we can change it more. Instead of very much black, we'll use it as light radiant black. This one. Okay, this is fine. Okay, so this is how you create the line chart. And more, I will just go in markers again. So I will just go on this line first. Select this line over here, go in markers, and I'll just click on no border line. We don't want any border line at the outer area. Similarly, this also, go to here in line. Okay, and I'll choose it as smooth line. We want the line as smooth, and okay, I think so this is fine. Okay, so this is the line which we are going to use. All right. So there are more multiple options also available. I'll just select this chart first. I'll click on no line first over here, right? And more, what we can do over here is here shadow. We don't want any shadow. We don't want any glow. I'll just click on none. Okay, so you can see it was shadowing first. I will just click on no shadow first, and now it is looking better now. Okay, so this is how you create a line chart, and you can take an insights also from here. So first what I'll do, I'll just give the name of the title from, I'll just Control C and Control V over here, and you can see the title name, we will name it as monthly trend, or you can give whatever is there here, monthly sales trend. Okay, I will give it as monthly sales trend. Okay, increase it, and from here and home I'll just use it as left alignment, and now I will bring it over here. Perfect. Okay, so this is our monthly sales trend analysis, and if you look at this particular trend, you can see January is the maximum selling around 6.8, more than 6.8, February is the least, then it's slightly increasing in March and April. But if you take a look, January and then August, so May and this all these particular months are having the highest sales. February is the least, and then the second least would be June. So these are the months which should be focused, and more offers and discounts should be brought on this particular months. So more and more sales can be, happened in this particular month, based on different offers that can be provided by Swiggy to the customers, as well as they can ask their restaurants, which are connected with them, also to provide more and more offers. All right. So this is how you do the monthly sales trend. And now we will go ahead and do our next analysis.